Hey, everybody, Ryan's here with the next part 2, Final Fantasy VII, brought to you by MuchGames.ca. So, obviously, we're at the Golden Saucer, and we don't have that much gold. We don't have 30,000. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to buy a pass, which means if we leave the Golden Saucer, our ticket becomes invalid. Pardon me. Eventually, I'll be able to easily afford, the gold membership, basically. The golden ticket. Which means whenever we leave the Golden Saucer, we can just walk back in. So, yeah. And as you can see, my main party is still myself, Nikki, and Jaxia. And it's gonna be like that for a while. Well, my main party is probably gonna be like that for a while. Except for certain points in the game when I'm gonna put in certain characters. But don't worry, I'll be using other characters too. But everybody will get a turn. But for now, that's who I'm using. Of course. Oh jeez, don't tell me you're gonna mess with Zio. She's gonna mess with Zio. Yep. We kind of figured out what was gonna happen. Okay, so now you get to pick who you want. If you don't, yeah, you get to pick who you want to go with, but if you don't pick anyone, then in this case, Mickey will go with you. But you can actually pick Colette, Jaxia, Dovey, you can even pick Dovey, or Nikki. And if you don't pick anyone, like I just demonstrated, then Nikki will come with you automatically. So, to be honest, I was going to pick Nikki anyway. So, new character! Who should I name this after? Maybe I should just keep it Kate Sith. And yes, that's how you pronounce it. Kate Sith. So, some people call it Cat Sith. I remember one of my friends, and this is before I met Cole and them when I was in junior high. I knew another friend of mine that I lost contact with, but they were a big Final Fantasy VII fan too. Well, they were a Final Fantasy VII fan, and they used to call him Cat Scythe. And I was like, guys, I said, I can't remember the person's name. I said, no, it's Kate Sith. I said, especially the Sith part, because I said, if you watch Star Wars, that's what Sith is. And Kate. So Kate Sith is one way of pronouncing it. So, right now while I'm explaining that, I'm trying to figure out who I should name this after. There's two people I'm thinking of. And which I want to go with, then that means the other one is not going to be in the LP. Yeah, we're going to go with Grodus. I'm going to name this Kate Sith after Grodus. Now, I will tell you, I'm not a huge fan. Well, I like the character, but I'm not a heavy user of Kate Sith. Never was, mainly because I don't like Kate Sith's limit breaks. And limit breaks can come in handy anyway. It can be effective, but I'm not a huge fan of Kate Sith's limit breaks. But there is going to be parts of this game, LP, that I will be forced to use the character, or I will be using the character. Not because I'm forced. Sometimes you will be forced to use characters. But other times, I will actually put them in the party. At this point, we have to have them in the party. Unfortunately, that means we don't get to have our alone time with Nikki. If that's the person we're looking for. But as you can tell, he's also a fortune teller who's usually wrong. Forget Finnis, your lucky color is blue. Alright. Then shall we? What are you talking about? What you talking about, Grodus? Grodus, you're being pushy. We have no say. Okay, so really you can go to the Chocobo. He does come with 2 material, and one of these material is very effective. Very useful. And that was the command material called Manipulate. Transform is not one that I use. Trust me, I don't use it. It's effective, it's good, but I don't use it. I don't need to make my enemies mini. I don't need to make them toad. There's actually other spells and enemy skills in this game that will do that for me. So I don't need a magic material to do that for me. And apparently this Shinra god is here for some reason and has been killed. Dead. What? What? Why? I guess if we go up the stairs we might find out more. Probably. But he's dead. At least he's not a walk. At least he's not like a zombie or anything. But why is Shinra here? Like, or these guys that look like Shinra soldiers. Did Sephiroth do this? I don't think it's really his style. Nope. Shot. Wait a minute. Sephiroth didn't do this. Someone shot him. The only person we know that has a gun, besides Rufus, and why would Rufus do this, is Zio. It can't be. Could it be Zio? Was Zio like pissed off enough that, you know, he shot these people? But anyway. No. Of course we didn't. It's gonna get awkward like, Grodus, you actually did a bit of fortune telling that actually predicted the future. I'm not talking about the actual real Grodus either, if you're watching Grodus. I'm talking about the character here. You know, I'm not making fun of anybody. If I'm using the person's name, and I'm making fun of that character, right now, like if I make fun of Nikki, or I'm making fun of Jaxia's character, for something they said, I'm not actually making fun of the actual person. I'm making fun of the character in the game, if they're saying something. And like I said, you'll notice later throughout this game that Grodus' character, the fortune teller, is usually, when he does a fortune, he's usually wrong. So, or it doesn't make, or if it's right, it doesn't make sense. So, but anyway, apparently we've been thrown off the golden saucer. Major bummer. Major bummer. Yeah, a desert prison, and this is, yeah, it's Corel Prison. In the middle of a desert, so it's pretty hard to escape then. You'll never get out. And there's gotta be a way out. But there was one exception. Hey, it's Zio. I guess Zio got thrown down here. Does that mean, like, you know, Jaxia and Dovey and Colette got thrown down here too? By the way, Manipulate is going to come in handy around this area for a couple of enemy skills. Now, one enemy skill I'm going to try to get, either in this video or next video. And if I do not get it, I can get it later in the game, but much later in the game. Towards the ending of the game, actually. So I'm going to try to get it. But I'm not making any promises. But for now, let's just equip him with some meaningless material, because, you know, the person we were using was Jaxia, and she has all the other good material. So, and unfortunately, we don't have access to it right now. I might as well show off this battle. So, fire 2. Yeah, see, I don't really have anything good self-destruct. Yeah, these guys will actually destroy themselves and can be pretty devastating. But yeah, this is what Mini does. Oh, it missed. Mark. Okay. So Mini basically makes a character smoke. Now, when it comes to Grodus, his character throws dice. So, depending on what the dice roll is, it will do something, like damage. By the way, if you want to kill the enemy, the mugger, quickly, otherwise they will run. They can run, and they will take your item. So, and we don't lose that tent. Oh no, tents are, and we got the tent in the tent there. And for some reason, this dude is following us. But we can go in here. Something tells me that guy's a spy. But that's okay. He's not. Yeah, like I'm just like, you know, Nikki's covering her face. Grodus is kind of covering his face, and me, I'm not covering my face. I'm just put my hands across my chest to say, "Yeah, I know you're not firing at me, at us." Oh, that's fine. It's cheating. I can't get you involved. Blah blah blah. That is my line. I've said that a couple of times in this LP, apparently, or something similar. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. So, there's another man with a gun that's grafted. It was 4 years ago. So, 1 year after the incident in Nehemiah. Okay. So, the village was being attacked by Shinra. We already know that Shinra burnt it to the ground for some reason. So let's find out. Alright. I always like the music for this part of the game too, like the Crown Desert Prison music that we just heard before the story when we first came to the Desert Prison. It was great. That's why I went out and bought the soundtrack for this game. It's four CDs in length. I bought it not because of that song, but it's the soundtrack for this game is great. I love it. So, and sorry about my phone going off, but that seems like a Twitter mention, I think. So, sorry about that, but that's all we can do. Let's just say, here's Scarlet. And cover you, okay. But you don't even have a gun. Well, it doesn't look like you got a gun. I don't know. Ooh, that hurts. So that's how he got his arm injured. Couldn't use my right arm anymore. Like you would be, you lost your friend, threw away the artificial arm, and got a gun grafted. Back then I heard the doc say there was another man with the same operation, but on his left arm, which was probably dying. But Don's injury was the same as yours. Yeah, but on the left arm. Yeah, that's weird. Who knows? Wouldn't bet on it. That's why I gotta go alone. Do whatever you want. Is that what you want to hear? This isn't the end. Yeah, it's not the end. We still gotta go after Sephiroth and save the planet. So... That's alright. Alright, let's see. So it's going to be me, Zio, me, and... Well, you know. It's probably going to be the party I'm going to use here. The only thing is, I have to get the material off Jax here. Which, yeah. Fire, yeah. There's a assault gun. As we can tell, I haven't you. Yeah, at least we got a double machine gun. Common Bangle. Okay, I will give you Common Bangle. I'm gonna go with, yeah, Protective Vest. And for now, we're gonna leave it like it is. Because I don't know if I can use the PHS. I'll check now. Maybe I can't use the PHS. If not, then I should have realized this, remembered earlier that this ain't gonna work. Okay, we're back. I basically just used, had Nikki use a summon. Ooh, 17 before I level up. But I don't think I can use the PHS. No, I can't. Shit. Well, basically, there is going to be a pending boss fight coming up, which I'm going to do in the next episode. So I can make it to the boss fight I am fun, and then I'll just take some material off myself and Nikki, if needed, and give it to Zio to help out for the fighting. So I can do that off camera, kind of figure some of that out. And then in the next episode, we'll finish off Coral Desert Prison, because they're going to take long, to be honest, to do this section. We're almost done it already. So, seriously, it's not that long. Okay. So, what do you say? I'm gonna end off the viewers. I'm gonna end off the episode here, and in the next part, we're gonna take on more of the Coral Prison. See if we can find Dawn and find a way to get out of this prison once and for all. You know, we've only been here for a very short time. So see you later, guys. I hope to see you in the next part. See you then.